Hey Fire Seekers, welcome back to the Existential Shift. This is a bonus for this month for, to top your already uploaded tarot scope. So we're going to do oracles, spirit animals, gypsy oracles, and runes who are intense. We're going to do a combination of those, and we're going to have a reading for each of the signs. One for Aries, one for Leo, and one for Sagittarius. So stay tuned and watch your other placements. Sometimes the messages intermingle. So, okay. Thank you for being here once again. Thank you for all the supportive seekers who have been voting every day. We're in the finals, and just a few more days to go to win this. So link is below, and cast your daily vote. Thank you. All right. Let's start with Aries. Channel the energy of Aries right now, please. What do Aries need to know now? For the remaining time of the month, for the remaining of July. From Spirit Animal. Let's start with Spirit Animal for Aries. Show me Aries, please. What does Aries need to know most? Best, most important messages for my Aries seekers, please. And whoever is guided to watch this. Message for Aries. Okay, I'll show you. Give me a sec. Two more. I'll show you. You'll understand. 1 second. One more. Wow. We have tarantula, dolphin, and then eagle. I look like. Aries, you seem to have been, up until recently, in a certain crossroad in your life where you had to make a decision that required you to put some heavy thinking. And you are now seeming to feel guided more towards your intuition and towards potential joy. You are feeling like you're spiritually drawn to someone or to something. And if it's not love, if it's not someone in specific, it could be a vision or a goal or an ideal of some sort that really inspires you to try to do something big. The eagle here, it's like the dolphin comes with a lot of faith and intuition and open heart and open mind because it feels guided by something big. It's like you're following a call. Now, it started really small, but it was hidden by a lot of overthinking and options and situations and work and just life, basically. But it echoes so strongly. It's like it kind of just, things just resolve themselves, or I see this tarantula kind of just, when spiders just walk really fast away. And it's like the essence of this thing you're guided towards, this is amazing. It started echoing so strong, it literally allowed you to hear your own sound of the sound of your own spirit again. It's like you're feeling your heart space in a way that you haven't felt it before. Maybe the last time you felt this way was when you were a child, because it suddenly became, it's like it has no barriers of fear. It had, confirmation. So in the remainder, for the next 2-3 weeks or so, from whenever you're watching this, although this is for July, but you know how energy works. You're like, now, it starts with something amorphic, where you're like drawn to it, a person or an idea. Could be a person that represents an idea. Could be either or both, right? And then little by little, it forms an actual shape. You understand what it is that you're hearing or feeling or guided towards, and it becomes really, really, you can see it. You can see the vision. It becomes really, really clear. It could be really great for, let's say, creatives or artists that, let's say, you're working on something and you have, like, you're inspired, you have a muse, you're inspired by something or someone, and it starts like developing in your head as a sensation, but not yet with words or not yet on paper. And little by little, it takes shape and is brought to life, and it's like it becomes even greater than what you could imagine. And you're like, wow, this is an amazing aspect of me that this thing generated. Oh, Sweetheart just flew off. So this could be love. This could be an expression of love. You could be inspired to write poetry, I'm picking up. Some of you are inspired either by poetry, like maybe you're reading something that kind of ignites just ignites it, or you yourself want to write something. Now, it doesn't have to be literal, because here in Sweetheart, she's holding a letter, right? It could be an email. It could be a text. It could be, think modern days type of communication. The Death card. Something is changing in you, Aries. You're going through some sort of, but it's a very good transformation. It's very empowering. It's very inspiring. You're like, something triggers you and strips off a lot of your mechanism and inspires you, really inspires you. And it reminds you your core, and it makes you reach into like how you, almost like finding the fountain of youth of your own emotions. You know, like how when we were young, we made friends so easy, and we fell in love so easy, and it wasn't that fear, and we allowed ourselves as teenagers to fall madly in love and promise vows and oaths for one another, just because we didn't have that concern of where it will lead to, what will happen, what do they expect, do they want to get married, do they want to have children, do they make enough money? It's like all these thoughts, they weren't relevant, so we just felt and went with it, and it was magical, and we took it for granted, and now it's like a mush of BS. But it's almost like the mush of BS is being stripped off, and you're tapping into that. It's very nice. Show me more of the Gypsy Oracle, please. The Gypsy Oracle aren't usually this nice. I don't know what you did to make the Gypsy Oracle kind to you, but you might be dealing with someone like that, or you're like that. Someone is like really like either sarcastic or really tough, or it's very hard to kind of peel through their layers. And someone is either you or them makes the other one like just show their true soft childlike essence. I'm getting like confirmation after confirmation for the things that I'm saying, and they're all in the upright. There's a sense of rebirth here, because we have child right after the Death card. The next couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, are going to be very intense emotionally, because there's a massive rebirth, an ending of something, a beginning of another. It includes a sense of self that feels very different, more lighthearted. You're like finishing up a cycle that was a little bit heavy emotionally, and now it's like you're feeling like you can just like sing underwater. It's really funny, like this eagle thing. It's like, and you're following a vision, an idea, or a muse. Maybe you're reading something inspiring, or finding a YouTube channel that kind of ignites you, or you're learning new information, or you're meeting someone that just blows your mind, you know. A little bit more from the Gypsy Oracle for Aries, mid-month messages. Another one in the upright. It's very rare, because all the cards here are like shuffled up and down. Frivolity. Okay, be careful not to kind of lose yourself in the intoxication. There's a sense of intoxication, of a feeling. I'm actually not picking, you know what, I'm sorry, I'm not picking up something negative from this. Usually this card can represent superficiality and a little bit of recklessness, but in this, especially after this child and under the dolphin, it's like picking up on joy. Something new is birthed, like this butterfly, like it's like someone feels like they can fly. This is fantastic. I've already uploaded air, earth, and water, and Ophiuchus, and they were a little bit challenging, but this one was the best thus far. Absolutely the best so far. One more card, one more Gypsy Oracle. I mean, I don't know if this can get any better. So we got maladie in the reverse. Maladie is disease in Spanish, or in Ladino. And it's in the reverse. It's like there's a little bit of there's healing. You're either healing from something that was taking a toll on you. Maybe you were sick for a while. Oh, okay, so there's that. You might have been sick for a while, or someone you care about have been sick for a while, and there's a recovery, an amazing recovery. But for some of you, someone has passed away. And so for those few of you that you've lost someone that was ill or was going through a transition, you should know they're feeling very happy and they're feeling free and alleviated, like especially if it's someone that undergone pain or has been in that transition for a long time. They're really relieved, and they're messaging that with this butterfly and the child that they're reincarnated. They will be reincarnated. This is amazing. This is crazy. So this is for whoever needed to hear this. But other than that, I'm sorry, I'm just kind of entertaining my curiosity, but it's post reading. Okay, so let's add runes to this. Clarification and messages from the runes from our beautiful Aries seekers, please. Okay, I have here Isa, Raido. This is in the upright. This is how it is in the reverse, but it came out laying down. And Ansus in the reverse. So yeah, someone is sick and is transitioning. I'm referring to not a surprise. It's someone that it's been a long time coming. And if that's the case, this is a hard message. Don't, over a sense of not wanting to deal with it, not make the proper arrangements. Guys, this is for very few people who know what I'm talking about. Don't take it if it's not yours. Okay? Others of you have been held back for a long time, and now you're feeling free and you want to move, but some of you might be tempted to do it in a reckless, too fast, too soon kind of way. So the recommendation is to listen to the logic. Like, for example, probably not a good time to fly somewhere because you don't know if a second wave comes and kind of closes the borders. For example, now this is a short-term message. The runes are just picking up on something small. Also, there's a chance, there's the risk of being held back by someone who's lying. So try to be aware of like people's agendas. Like, why would, if someone says something to you to badmouth someone else, for example, okay? This is about gossip. If someone says something to you that is negative about someone else, think what their agenda is. Oh, I'm picking up on someone that meddled between you and someone. Oh, okay. They said something to you to make the other person look bad. It was a manipulation of the truth and of the reality. They distorted something. They acted really naive. A tarantula with the costume of a dolphin. This is someone that behaves really sweet, really gentle. I'm picking up on a woman. She's so gentle and coy and cute and naive, but she's venom. She's very manipulative, and especially if it's romance. Okay, Aries men, and if you're an Aries woman, that this may have happened to someone you're involved with or someone in your environment. A woman told a man something to make him get the wrong idea or get the wrong impression over another woman out of jealousy and wanting to meddle. And unfortunately, with the Raido like this and Isa and Ansos in the reverse, there's no other way of saying it. It worked. So you need to. So if you're a masculine Aries, you need to know that. If, of course, if it aligns with your narrative, right? If it makes sense to you. A player was played. That's what I'm picking up on. A player was played. Someone who thought that they were in control of the situation. Someone completely pulled a 180 on them and turned the tables, and they don't even know it. They thought because she is so sweet, she must be true. Men can fall for that crap a lot. And you know, guys want to believe that we are sweet and innocent and dumb. It's comfortable. But the more brilliant a woman is and simultaneously acting and just said something to you, oh, I didn't mean to say, it just came out. Oh, I hope that doesn't make you think any less of her. I just saw or I heard or I think. She did it on purpose. So, and men fall for this crap all the time. It's so sad. Wow, okay. Sorry, Aries. I don't know which one you are in this story. But if it came up, it's so you could possibly fix it, or at least know. At least you should know. There's a lesson in anything. But this is probably just for a few of you, for those of you who needed to hear this. I read for a lot of people, so you take what resonated with you and let go of the rest, okay? Aries, thank you for being here. I'm going to do Leo and Sagittarius next. If you enjoyed this reading, if it helped you in any way, if you appreciate my time and energy put into this, please be sure to go to the link below in the description box where it says vote to put us on the cover, because the Existential Shift is the finalist and we need your vote. It's free and you could do so once a day, every day. Thank you. Now, Leo energy. Connecting to the Leo energy. My Leo seekers, what's the best, most important messages my Leos need to know now? Message for Leo. Message for Leo. Dear, I'm not saying this about this deer, but this is the type of face that the manipulative woman from the Aries reading would put on. Okay, I'm just giving an example because it looks so. I mean, if the energy is positive and they're saying positive things, then they are sweet. But if it's with agenda to mess something up, then it's not. But wait, clearing Aries energy. Although I said things intermingle, so we'll see what's happening. Leo, I hope it isn't you that did something like that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Two more. Two more for Leos. Leo seekers. Right, dear, two more. Fish in the reverse. I normally don't take the animal spirit in the reverse, but this time I feel like I should. One more. And otter. Okay. Leo, this could be either you or someone you're dealing with. These are general readings, so you need to figure out which one is who. And if I say you, don't yell at me that it's the other person. I believe you. Just take it as the other person. But if it's you, be accountable and know that it's you. Depends on you. So this is the main narrative that is coming up. In the Aries reading, it was the secondary narrative. There was mostly bigger narratives coming up. But here for Leo, a similar narrative is coming up stronger as like the main story. A friend that is, I don't want to say that it's ill intent as much as it's just they don't really think through when it comes to the results of what they do or what they say. And they will mess up or do something that will screw you up, like will mess up something for you. And then they will go to the, oh, but I meant well, oh, but it was a mistake, oh, I was confused, oh, I forgot, or I didn't, like, it's always the excuses that, you know, I'm so naive, I care so much, I didn't mean to, you know, like taking the road of the dummy. If you're doing that, it's not the best way to go about it with people, because people get annoyed and they recognize it. And at one point, they'll just lose patience. And if it's someone around you, having the fish in the reverse, it's like, it's really unreliable and it's really problematic working like that or interacting like that or living like that. Also, someone is using the aspects of friendship to get something out of you or vice versa. And others of you just genuinely have a good friend that is worried about you and doesn't know how to talk to you. Okay. Gypsy oracles for this? Oh, why are they? Okay. All right. No, it's too many. Sorry, I don't know what I did here. I got it all shuffled upside down. All right. Straighten your back more, game. Gypsy oracles for Leo. Ooh, tables have turned. Merchant in the upright. Child in the reverse. Melody in the upright. And frivolity. Sorry, I don't know how to say it. Frivolity in the reverse. So except for merchant, it's literally the same cards Aries had, but in the reverse. Aries had child in the upright, you have it in the reverse. Aries had melody in the reverse, you have it in the upright. Aries had frivolity in the upright, you got it in the reverse. So either this thing that I just described has went down between a Leo and an Aries. For those of you that that's the case, it's the Leo that has been manipulative to the Aries. The child in the reverse, it's not a naive energy. The melody in the upright, they made a situation bad. Frivolity in the reverse, complete recklessness and irresponsibility and lack of care for the results of what they do or say. Now, that's just for that. Now let's leave that alone and get back to you, Leo, because for the most of you, you might just be the innocent person in this that has someone else do it for them, right? So some of you, if you're a cross watcher, it may have been a Leo energy that did that to an Aries energy. And for those of you who are not cross watchers, like most of you anyway, sorry, you know how to go about it. Someone has been really irresponsible with something and it caused a chain reaction that affected a lot of people around them, or is going to, and you need to be cautious about this, Leo. This could be a visitor or a guest. Maybe someone stopped by or came to visit, and it caused a mess or something. One more. Old woman in the reverse. So this could be a mother figure that is meddling. Or someone, I'm also picking up on literally when someone is ill in the house, they're not feeling well, and either the mother or there's another old woman that is, instead of tending to them, instead of seeing how difficult they have it, she's making it about herself and she's not caring for them. It's like a very self-absorbed energy. Now, I don't know what's the circumstance, so maybe she has her reasons, but it's a problematic situation. There's a mother that isn't taking care of her child. Here. Oh yeah, definitely. There's a mother and a child and they're not taken care of. If you're the mother, don't neglect your child. If you're the child, you're probably not watching this, but if you're someone that you know, someone that you're worried that they're neglecting their child, please be aware and consider, checking in. Because children, they can't defend themselves. People are like, oh, I shouldn't meddle, I shouldn't shove my nose, but kids can't defend themselves. And if it's a more adult child, maybe they're sick and you don't even know it. So if you have a suspicion of some sort, go. This is a very important message that came up for some of you. Wow. Another thing is coming up. Someone who was adopted didn't know they were adopted, and only now when they're going through something very difficult and challenging, the adopting mother is telling them. And they're discovering the truth. I say. Runes for Leo. Ho, ho, ho. No, D's in the upright. Tier in the upright. And Sereno in the upright. So you're going from the difficult, challenging situation to really defeating it and winning and gaining back your upper hand. Yeah. So whichever the narratives, wherever you're feeling, yeah, this is my story. You can win this. You can put up a fight. I'm picking up on you putting up a fight, not giving up, being very straightforward, very clear about your agenda, about what you want, what you think, and you're getting it. Whatever it is, you're getting your way, and there's also a recovery. It's interesting, the whole illness / recovery aspects, but a lot of you are having a strong, fast recovery. So if someone is not feeling well, in this case, there's just getting up and feeling stronger. It might be something emotional and psychological that you need to have a breakthrough, and then your body's feeling lighter. Okay, Leo. Dramatic messages from the oracles and runes, as always. That's why I rarely do these oracles readings, and I do them a lot on my Patreon, but less for my public channel because they can get really intense. On Patreon, I don't spare anything, but they can get intense. Okay. My patrons can deal. My seers, my seekers, my shifters. You guys have been so supportive. Thank you, Leo. I hope this helped you, triggered you, calmed you, entertained you, whichever one. If you appreciate what I do and you enjoyed it in any way, shape, or form, if you want to reciprocate my energy with literally 5 seconds, press the link below to go to vote for me to be on a cover of a global magazine. And we're so close to the finish line, so I need you on top of it, full gas. Vote today and tomorrow until we win. Make me first. If I'm first, keep me first. And thank you. It's free. You can donate to a nonprofit if you want to and generate more votes for me, but it's not required. It's an option. Otherwise, it's free. So thank you. I got the Phoenix, but we haven't focused on Saggy yet, so I'm putting it back. Sagittarius. Let's clear the other energies and focus on Saggy energy, please. My Saggy seekers, most important messages from the Saggy seekers. What do my Saggies need to know? What does Sagittarius need to know? Message for Sagittarius, please. Sorry, hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Sagittarius. Someone new is asking my name. My name is Morgane. Welcome. Watch your tarot scope for the month. By the sign. Also, guys, there's extended love readings for the month on Vimeo and on Patreon. By the sign, 13 of them, including Ophiuchus. Link is also below. You can choose to watch it either on Patreon as a patron or on Vimeo. Sagittarius, what does Sagittarius need to know, please? If you're timestamping this, thank you so very much. But please don't cut the promo where I explain things. That's not helpful. It's actually damaging. I'd rather it not be timestamped if it skips things that are important to me. I appreciate you either way, but if you choose to do so, please include the important stuff. Thank you. Yeah, I just winked twice. I'm like an old lady. Whatever. Sagittarians are like laughing at me right now. Message for Saggy. Focus. Message for Saggy. Saggy. Saggy, you got what Aries got, the Eagle. And there are a lot of cards in the deck. So maybe something in common with the Aries reading, but let's see first. 2 more cards for Sagittarius, please. Sagittarius seekers. Mouse in the reverse. And turtle in the upright. It's just funny energies. They look like they're having a... Like, they look like they are on psychedelics. I'm upside down and I'm seeing fireworks. I'm swimming in space. And you're like, children or friends, how did I turn out to be the responsible designated driver? It's like, I'm supposed to be the one that's having fun, but y'all just kind of flipping. Maybe you're going to a party. I don't know what's going on with the quarantine wherever you're at, because different places in the world have different, you know, but that's the first thing that came to my mind. Maybe you're just a group of friends or roommates or something like that when you're in the house and you're like, most of them are like drunken idiots, and you're like, being the only sober person around upside down people is just, but you're taking responsibility, you're taking accountability, you're like the ego. So, Saggy, there is something that you know that needs to be done. You're not entirely sure how to go about the details of it. So you're kind of swimming in it, trying to figure out the best approach or the best way to go about it. The messages, don't be too hard on yourself and on the details. Be more in the flow. Like, let it kind of have a life of its own, especially if it has to be with someone else. Talk to them. Like, you can't plan the conversation because you don't know what they're going to say. So trust yourself. Let's see, Gypsy Oracles. Pleasure seekers. Yeah, that's the party people that you need to chaperone or something like that. Show me more. Thoughts in the reverse. And some of you are like, what am I doing here with these people? Some of you don't understand, like maybe you went through a very fast maturity process and you're like, what am I doing in this place with these people? It used to feel so much sensible and now I just feel like a fish out of place. Show me more. Enemy in the upright. Money in the reverse and surprise. Someone might be trying to it's not theft, aka like taking your wallet, but like they're studying the details of what you do, Sagittarius, and they're learning from you. Kind of, you know, you do the hard work of thinking about it, creating it, planning it, and then they're kind of just take it and do it themselves faster because you did all the you know, the backbone work. And it's really gunky, lazy asses. Who had similar energies? Air signs that I posted earlier had someone like kind of lurk on their unique abilities. It's like, so try to be aware of it so it doesn't take you by surprise. Hope in the upright. It's like you might be too trusting, Saggy, with people, giving them the benefit of the doubt, even though they're showing you, like literally these. I don't normally say that, especially not about the turtle, but this combination specifically, it's like two numbnuts, or someone who's just like, they don't think the way you do. They're slower, they're confused, and you put rhythm and sense into things, and then they just kind of use it, and you're hoping that they'll, like, you're being generous to them. I don't know if it's someone you're working with, or maybe even your partner, or a good friend, or family members, whoever. It could be anyone. But you're hoping that it will help them, or that they'll change. Enabling doesn't make anybody change, ever. Never in history did enabling had someone change. Especially if it's an addict. If there's an addict involved, because drugs did come up, be careful of them not sneaking money off your wallet to buy something. If you're actually dealing with a drug addict, don't give them the benefit of the doubt. Especially if it's a family member. Of course, you need to care and tend to them and check, but don't give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's see the runes. Runes for Saggy. Let's complete this message. Runes for Saggy. Saggy, you rock. Ing. Hagalas. And Kenaz in the upright. So you're figuring out certain things with yourself. I don't think you're even saying it to the people or the person involved. You're just realizing that somewhere you belonged, you no longer belong. You feel like suddenly it's not jiving or vibing, and you don't have the same patience that you had, and you're just moving on, doing your thing your way. And that's kind of good. You're just like grabbing the opportunity and not necessarily telling someone in order for them to not kind of leech on the energy of it. Or, you're operating smarter. You're not as trusting and giving. I mean, if you're a cross-watcher, this could be what the Sagittarius is doing, but yeah, I'm also picking up on a drug addict that uses narcissism and charisma to get what they want. Not new. It's one of the methods. Don't enable. Do not enable. Okay, this is kind of good. Sagittarius, hope this helped you. If it inspired, helped, even if it triggered, or you just, pass the time with me and you appreciate my energy and my effort, be sure to cast your daily vote to support the Existential Shift and more game. We are so close, and every vote counts. I need you guys. If I'm number one, keep me number one, because it's a badass competition, and we don't disrespect the competition, especially if it's beautiful women. And I honor them and the hard work that they put in. So I don't take my foot off the gas, and neither should you, because if you're my tribe, we're doing this together. I can win a great prize. It can give me a great sense of relief and ease, and also will allow me to bring this channel to the next level when it comes to production value. It will allow me to do this free content with ease, because let's face it, this takes a lot of time, energy, and effort. And I know this might be a shocker to you, but I'm human. I need to eat and pay rent and buy things and like pay my bills. It's a thing. I know I don't look it, but no, I do. I'm human. So yeah, support the shift, support me, show up, just press the buttons. It's very easy, guys. Come on, it's easy. You got this. I love you. If you're new, subscribe to my channel. Press the bell button to receive notifications. Check out the description box for all the fun stuff. Have an amazing rest of the month, and don't forget to watch your tarot scope, your specific by design tarot scope.